issue of handling those rocks.
Yeah.
You know, what happens if you have a customer that, say you have a rock this size drill, you go pick it up for them with an excavator, you bring it up to their house, set it down for them, it scratches the shit out of it, and it's gonna, with a thumb, they're gonna be pissed off.
Yeah, well, this one's all scratched up. Look at all that right there, and all those places where the other rocks have rubbed on it.
Well, what he's talking about is a man-made scratch. The geological scratches are perfectly acceptable.
Because I know I have, I don't know about everybody, I know we have customers that will sit there and watch your every fucking move, basically, you know? And oh, well, that's my rock, you know?
They've already named it. It's Ellen, and you scratched Ellen. It's like, you know.
So what would you charge for an installation?
$12,000.
How much?
So one of them? One of them was $5,000.
What did you do that pond for you just did?
It was like $8,500.
$8,500. You dug the pond, or so you dug the pond, put a liner in it, gravel, pump, 3 bubblers.
Everything's done.
So what would be the profits, do you think, after that operation? Probably half, more than half, what?
More than half.
More than half.
But
I mean, that, in my opinion, and your own, I didn't even say anything, you said you gave it away.
we did.
Why did you feel that? I mean, you feel like there's more value to it than that?
Oh yeah. We should have easy 10.5.
Yeah.
I mean, those are big rocks.
And it was what, 7 weeks for the job? How long did it take you to do the job? 7 or 8 weeks? No, how long? How long?
A day installation.
Just a day to install it, but
Right.
building the rock.
No, I understand all that, but on site you were there a day then?
It probably took us,
What was your total time?
I mean, it was after work. You know, we still have jobs going, so we can't really throw rocks
Did
after
it take
work.
a week after work or 2 weeks after
If you
work?
total the time, it probably took
a day.
So a day to make the texture and paint it and everything, seal it, and then a day to put it in. So 4-man days then.
We had days where he worked down by himself because I was running crews or out, you know, and then there was days where we both worked on a little bit
Right.
after work, or maybe we took a day off from the crews and went and did some shit and then came back,
Right.
worked on them a couple hours. You know, it was never a full day process because we didn't have that.
Right.
You know, we had to do it when we could.
Yeah.
Sunday nights. You know.
take your full week.
So 30 hours.
Well, in 4-man days, if we just split it, you'd be $4,250. I just thought $1,000 a day.
All 3 rocks.
You know, that's not bad wages.
But we had them sitting side, all 3 lined up, and we would.
Okay, everybody, we're coming over here, getting a couple of you to actually let Skylar walk you through. So we don't want to stain anymore. We want you to stain so that you don't say, oh, you guys know how to do it. Well, you guys are going to do it now.
I guess what we're going to do first is we're going to put our base colors on like we were doing over there. But instead of just doing it random, we're going to start by painting each individual rock a different color. So I guess when you guys can load a brown and when you guys can load a
This dark orange, maybe. I don't think it's dark color.
Oh, and another thing we're going to be doing, we're turning all, as far as painting you guys, since we're not trying to put the other rocks, we're going to bring our fan to a jet, which is all we're going to do is turn this all the way down.
The reason for the jet is control, like, you know, for painting.
And another thing,
Let that-
we're going to turn all of the touch materials we're bringing out, like your guns white out, it's going to really far.
Isn't Bill's a little too much air? Marcos, can you take those dogs out for me? Now, one of the things that you're going to do on this particular, Josh, David, Debbie, you guys, Josh, David, Debbie, you guys are going to want to come on over here. David, Debbie, you can move over just a little. We want you to get this so we can all get it at once.
What I'm thinking is, guys, we're just going to take this line and paint all the rocks above. So what if...
Put the short guy on the top, huh?
My shoulders, bro.
But so what we're going to do is, what I always do when I start a wall, we want to pretty much get these colors equal. We're going to use, what, 3 colors, 4 colors? What do you want to do?
4, so we leave one color.
So we're going to count up all the rocks here and then divide it by 5, because we're going to have...
No, go 4, go 4.
4. So we're going to use 3 colors. So we're going to leave 1/4 of them the same gray. So we're going to count these rocks up, divide them by 4, and then you're going to paint that many rocks with each individual color. So let's see here.
You know, the one thing, we've got a house of this, okay? And you've got, maybe the house is 80 foot long on one side, okay? So just hang on just a second. I want to make a point before you start spraying so you have a full understanding. You got 80 feet, say it's 5 foot tall. You're going to get some knowledge of the count of numbers. Bubba used to count rocks, and I thought, what a foolish thing to do. Just give me groups of one rock that's brown, 2 together that's brown, 3 together that's brown. When you're going down a whole house, not just 8 foot of panels, hard to understand that or implement in 8 foot. But because you're doing the whole side and standing back looking at it, 1s, 2s, and 3s. 3 groups together, 2 groups, 1. And you oscillate, randomize. You're just going to paint the whole rock one color. In this case, what'd you say the count was on that upper?
Let's say 9 or 10.
9 rocks that are going to be gray cement. What do you got, black or brown? Brown and Craig?
Goldish orange.
And then we're going to have what other color? Each color gets 9 rocks done. So it's
black in there.
so just kind of, you realize this is the side of your house, so you wouldn't put all your 9 rocks right here.
Right.
Little here, little there. That's kind of the idea. That's my chair.
All right, I guess start shooting. Just try not to get anything on the other rocks. Try getting in the corners and try eliminating around them.
And they're off.
And if it's going too slow for you, you can bring the gun out a little bit.
That's almost that color you want to get, isn't it? Well,
Didn't you used to do that, Skyler, where you would trace the outside of the rock with the nozzle like it is now, and then you turn up the air and get the field?
Yeah, you can. You can actually turn the air up a little more if you want to, or bring the amount of liquid you're shooting out. You can bring it up more. But usually I'll just go around, shoot all the edges, and then nail the middle.
With that more.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you remember how Skyler stained that bubbler before? He didn't stain the whole rock. He left a little here and there. That's always an advantageous randomization in amongst the randomization move. Huh? Now Bill's color seems to be a lot more dominant in its pigmentation. Craig seems to be a little more it's over diluted maybe. Well, that's an opinion. All right. I like Craig's style because the gray is still peering through, where Bill's color almost seems to be whitewashing. There's no real gray coming through it. There's not a multitude of colors. Look at the beauty, and if you can grab this on camera, I like this. See that? There, you can see it way back from here. Look at this, that variety.
Don't be scared of putting 2 of the same color together. It's not going to be a big deal at all.
Yeah.
you're scared to say you're scared, right? I'll take your bet.
My fingers get tired quick. Yeah. Even just put them on, sometimes I do that, like, just put some on a little, you don't use a gathering stick?
No. It would not pay you to do so because inevitably you're going to get stain in there. Now you can take a paintbrush and you can go around the edges and you can paint. We used to paint this without guns. The guys would have a bucket just like this with a 2-inch paintbrush, and we'd be whipping the dog. They'd go through a house real quick, just paintbrushing it. A lot of control in that really, but there's speed in this, so you give up tit for tat.
You might have a clog in your gun maybe. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe it's gray in there.
I like that, Bill. That's because if you look at the rock over here where you did first where Craig is, it is totally. But hey, you know what? As you're going through with the brown, Bill's treating the brown. He's getting a randomization in the brown when we're randomization the whole wall with the color. That's a good thing.
You see where we finished those rocks out around the corner, that's showing through darker than it was.
Where are you pointing at there?
Like up at the creek.
Yeah, actually, I got a Laura.
Well, it's only darker now because it's wet. When that dries, it won't be.
Yeah, you know what's kind of interesting, Dad? Whenever I was painting the river rocks on my house, Laura was coming behind me, and every time I do one color, she'd take a picture of the same spot. You see it one